Hi, I'm TK and this is Hope News.
Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Shannon Leach, and I am the chapter lead for Frontline Foods Twin Cities. So Frontline Foods is a national organization, and we work in all sorts of different cities all over the U.S. We're partnered with the nonprofit World Central Kitchen, and what we do is we order meals from restaurants, local independent-owned restaurants here in town, and then we bring those meals to frontline workers. And so that can be nurses, physicians, the cleanup crews at hospitals. And so we started just a couple months ago here in the Twin Cities, but we've been bringing meals from local restaurants to all sorts of frontline workers here in the Twin Cities.
How do you get involved?
So the way that I got involved originally is I saw that other cities were doing this. So it had already started, and unfortunately it was because other cities had worse cases of coronavirus happening. And so they had decided that they were just going to go ahead and bring meals to frontline workers. So when I saw that they were doing that in other cities, I said, how can I help and how can I do it here? And so I started to ask some of the people from the other cities how to launch one here in Minnesota. And then from there, I got a team of people who had some time or who were skilled at, organizing. And then from there, we kind of put a post out to volunteers. So sometimes our food sites, we are going to nurses and doctors, but we're also going to community sites. So we sometimes have like a food drive is going on. And then the people from the community who need meals or need supplies, they're coming there to get food, and then we give them a lunch as well. Sometimes when we set up those community delivery sites, we need volunteers to help hand out meals. And then another way that people can get involved is if they share on their social media, or if they can share with other news sources, or if they can get to go on Hope News like I'm doing right now. We get to spread the word of what we're doing. And then people can donate money, and all of that money, 100% of the money goes to the restaurant. So all the donations go directly to paying for the meals from the restaurants.
Why is this work important?
Yeah, so when COVID-19 really hit, and when the Twin Cities in particular locked down in March, one of the biggest impacts that we saw was that our restaurants, they were all closed down. And our restaurant owners, who are, local business owners, and that's their job, is to run their restaurant. When they had to shut down immediately, they had no other source of revenue, and they had no other way to make money to pay for their employees, to pay for their rent, and to pay for themselves too. And so it was really important for Frontline Foods to launch to help them keep their business afloat. So it was a way for them to keep making food even when they couldn't serve meals out of their restaurants. And then in addition, the frontline workers who are receiving the meals, these are all nurses and doctors who are helping people anyways, but then in this time they are, in particular, these are COVID-19 testing sites, and so they're having really long, hard days. They might not be able to spend time with their family as much or cook meals on their own. And so the food that we bring them actually brings them a lot of joy. So when they have a really hard day at work, they get a break for maybe 30 minutes and they come, and inside their lunchroom is just all this fresh, homemade, like a hot meal from one of their favorite restaurants. And so that just kind of shows up in their lunchroom, and it makes them really happy, and it gives them a little bit of a break in a really hard day.
Steps of making deviled eggs.
For the items, you'll need 6 eggs, you need mayo, yellow mustard, black pepper, salt, lastly, paprika.
First, you're gonna boil the eggs for 12 minutes. Peel the eggs and cut them in half. Take out the yolk and put it in a separate bowl. Add 2 tablespoons of mayo, 1 tablespoon of mustard. Add a sprinkle of salt. Shake in some black pepper. Mix everything together and put the yolk back in the little hole. Enjoy!
Today weather is very nice and hot, and make sure you go outside and get some tan. Have a nice day.
The best thing that happened to me this week, I got to redecorate my bedroom pink and gray.
My mom got a date for her appointment in Pennsylvania.
I went back to gym, I signed up, trying to get my beautiful body back.
Best thing that happened to me this week was coming to Summer Space.
We won 8 times in a row at kickball.
Playing with my high school brother who never really played with me.
We had the water balloon fight. I came here and I played here.
The best thing that's happened to me this week, I went swimming.
We ended up successfully delivering all 6 deliveries, and we got news back from a lot of people from that day that it really made them feel better that day.
Well, Flora has started to be really funny, so she's been making us laugh a lot.
The best thing that happened to me this week was that I got to go to sleep. I don't know if I said that right. The best thing that happened to me this week was that I got to sleep.
Thank you for watching Hope News.